And I mean, I came up to Mike Weber and JK, and I was like, "Thank you, linemen love drive shortness."
What was the biggest difference for your unit from last week to this week?
Billy and Coach Stud, we all just came together and they were like, we just need to self-reflect, watch the film, see what we did wrong, all our mistakes, miscues, all of that, and try our best to correct them. And I believe we corrected them this week.
They're really good against the run statistically, at least. How? You think you can do that? When you're prepping this week, you think, yeah, we can do that?
I mean, all football is put a hat on a hat. And with our skill players here, as long as we put a hat on a hat, pick everything up, get a little bit of push, they're going to take it to the house.
You guys on the interior of the line, especially, you could see the holes you guys were making for Mike and JK. Just can you talk about you and Billy and Mike, the way you guys inside handled that today?
Billy just calls out everything, and I mean, I'm playing next to an All-American. Once I come up to the line, I look at him or I look at Zay, and I know it's easy. They make it easy.
So we'll be honest, right? I mean, you guys, Brandon was playing well, and I think a lot of people had questions about whether this team would be able to fill in that spot and not have a drop-off. And here we are talking about how well the offensive line and especially the interior of the line played today. What does that say about you?
I don't think it says so much about me rather than the program. I mean, we got like top 5 recruiting classes every year. I mean, everybody's good. This is Ohio State. Everybody, we preach next man up. So my number got called. I was the next man up, and I just tried to fill in as best as I could.
Mike was just saying about just do your job, though, right?
Yeah.
How's it feel when you do your job? Because
Feels
you
great.
know how it is. You guys, you're linemen. You know you're not in the spotlight a lot, but when you do your job,
It feels great. I mean, you know, we're linemen, like you said. We don't have to get all the attention or whatever. We're the big uglies. But at the end of the day, when we look up there at the scoreboard, see the rushing yards, that's our glory.
when you see a guy hit a hole and be gone, and you're just looking at the back of Weber or the back of Dobbins,
best feeling in the world. I'm just running down the field with the biggest smile on my face. I was talking to some of the backup younger old linemen and stuff. We were just like, we saw y'all running down the field, just cheesing. You know, it made our day.
that's just the race to the end zone to get to pick up the running back, right?
Yeah, I'm not the fastest, so you know, Billy or Zay gets there before me. But you know, I just tell our running backs or our receivers, you know, just wait for me here.
That's the most rushing yards Mark Antonio's given up at Michigan State. Just your thoughts on that?
I mean, it just speaks on our coaching staff. You know, they put the template out in front of us. They put all our assignments that we had to do. Coach Stud worked extra time for this game for us. So all we had to do is do what they said.
Kevin Wilson said this past week, that you guys wouldn't just be able to pound it up the middle, but you guys did. Like, how?
I mean, that's our culture. O-line driven program. If we run the ball and we can establish line of scrimmage, we'll win the game.
Is there something about a loss that makes you rededicate yourself to that culture? Because you guys haven't run it like that with the tailbacks every single game this year. Was there something this week after a loss?
Of course. I mean, Billy came up in the locker room after the game, and he just said, you know, we just need to refocus, and it's not you know, once you face a loss, everybody's sad. Everybody's might have their head down a little bit like that, but it's not a finger pointing. He told us, you know, what can we do better? What can we do to just help each other and just, you know, have intent focus and do everything to the best of our ability.
Let's be physical and run it.
Yes, sir.